Chapter 15 is all about persuasion. In studying this chapter, we have talked about how humans spend a great deal of time convincing others. In fact, you could say that humans love to persuade other humans. Now, it is your turn. Before we go over the assignment, let's review the definition of persuasion. According to Merriam-Webster.com, persuasion is the act or fact of persuading someone or of being persuaded to do or believe something. Also, persuasion can be considered a means of persuading someone to do or believe something, an argument or inducement. We know from studying the chapter on persuasion in our books that there are many ways to pattern a persuasive appeal. For this persuasion assignment, you will be using a common organization pattern of persuasive commercials and infomercials, the Monroe Motivated Sequence. This pattern has 5 segments: attention, need, satisfaction, visualization, and action. You will create a commercial selling an original product that incorporates the 5 steps to this organization pattern. I have created a product and a commercial for you to model. I have put in signposts to show you where each step begins. Your commercial will not need these signposts. They are only for demonstration. The title of my commercial is Mrs. Jones Needs Help. The student in Mrs. Jones' class made her very sad. It seemed like she was not engaging her students at all. They either slept in their seats when she tried to teach them, or they were wild and crazy, uncontrollable, and impossible to teach. Clearly, no learning was taking place in Mrs. Jones' classroom. Mrs. Jones needed help. Something had to change, or Mrs. Jones was going to go crazy. Lucky for Mrs. Jones, she discovered the thinking cap. The thinking cap is a tool many educators cannot live without. The cap, when placed on a student's head, clears out the cobwebs and distractions of the students' lives and allows them an opportunity to focus on the lesson in the classroom. Once placed on a student's head, the cap is virtually invisible. The students forget they are wearing it, but the difference is amazing. Students are engaged, interested, animated, and invigorated by the lessons in their classroom.
My students were uncontrollable until I got the thinking cap. Now I'm the best teacher ever.
So Mrs. Jones tried the thinking cap. She no longer needs help. Her students are actively involved in her lessons, and she knows real learning is taking place in the classroom now. You too can own a thinking cap, whether you are a student who needs focus or a teacher on the edge of insanity. The thinking cap can help you. Order your thinking cap today. Call 1-800-988-THINK. Operators are standing by. If you call within the next 10 minutes, you will receive a copy of The Thinking Cap for Dummies free of charge. Act now. These caps are flying off our shelves.